Cosmic Shakti, baby!
To purchase t-shirts and merchandise with my art on it, just click on the eye on the top right hand side of the screen and it will take you right to my shop.
So someone asked about joint pain the other day. They asked about their wrists. You know, they said, Jason, what could I do about my wrist pain? You know, and I'm not an expert in this kind of stuff at all. You know, my brother's a naturopathic doctor and I know some people, you know, and I've been around the block when it comes down to injuries and things. And, you know, with wrist pain, you know, I would definitely look at your training program and say, okay, what is it you're doing that is putting the most amount of stress on your wrists? And perhaps there's a technique shift that can happen there. Maybe there's something where your wrists are like this, you're doing the Mr. Miyagi crane technique or something, you know, there's something like that going on. Or, you know, I've done this before. I've worked on a trigger point in here, you know, and I shut down the nerves to my forearm and then I couldn't actually fire my forearm. So when I was gripping for bent over rows and stuff, I was feeling like my wrist was coming out of the socket. So, you know, sometimes there's nerve impingements and things that can prevent the muscles from actually protecting the joint. So a good massage therapist or something may be able to help you with that. Sometimes they call these types of people different names in different areas, you know, sometimes naturopaths, sometimes, you know, people that work with muscles and tendons and ligaments and try to get it back into, you know, some sort of harmony, you know, in your body, right? The other thing that really helps and is really underestimated is that, you know, you have all these little bones in here, you know, the metacarpals, and sometimes they can get out of place. And there are actual chiropractic manipulations in order to manipulate them, put them back in place. And it's amazing, like once you put it back into place, all of a sudden, bang, no pain. You know, from pain to no pain in about 2 seconds based on just one of these little bones being put back into place. And sometimes they go out of place when you jam your hands against something, or you know, say in hockey, I say I get hit from behind, my arms go against the boards to keep myself from eating the board. Sometimes the wrists would get jammed, you know, so that could be something that would immediately fix the problem. So take a look around and see if there's somebody that actually does chiropractic manipulation or some type of manipulation on the wrists. There are actually elbow manipulations too, people don't know about, but there are elbows that can get out of place and that can cause an extreme amount of pain or problems for you too. If your shoulder or your elbow or anything's out of whack, sometimes it can actually transfer down to the wrist as well. So it's a good idea to take a look at this kind of thing and you know, see an expert in this area and see if they can fix that. But otherwise, you know, I didn't really have too much wrist problems in my life. You know, I make sure whenever I was doing anything, I kept my wrists straight, you know, like I was punching something, I didn't, you know, do, like sometimes you teach people how to lateral, I'll just move off to the side here, move the lateral raise, and their wrists are going like this, you know, like they don't know to flex, you know, and then they're causing themselves all sorts of wrist problems or elbow problems. You know, you want to make sure the muscles are tight to protect the wrist at the same time as when you're lifting a lateral raise type of motion. You know, the other thing is too, when people are bent over rowing, sometimes, you know, when they're bent over rowing, they're doing this with their hands, you know, and you just know, keep it straight and bent over row, right? You know, but that's the only thing I can actually help you with. Is to kind of recommend that you see somebody and adjust that wrist back into place. If there is a ligament problem, say you did tweak it somehow, you know, falling on it and the ligaments are not healing, then you could consider doing something like prolotherapy, which, you know, some naturopaths do, or osteopaths. Again, look up prolotherapy on the internet and you'll find a whole bunch of references where they inject glucose into the ligament, which is, you know, blood sugar basically, and it causes an inflammation in that area. And then what happens from the inflammation, the ligament actually starts to heal at a faster rate. So, you know, if it is a ligament issue, then that would be something that you would consider and take a look at, right? So I hope that helps you, and thanks for watching, and make sure you subscribe and share the video if you liked it, and take care for now.
Calling me in a drought. I came to Ridge in 215 and sorted it all out.